All right, let's kick this off. All right. Everybody here in the Hall of Dames, welcome back to some hard-hitting roller derby action. I'm your announcer, old Greg, as always. Are you ready for more action this evening? Welcome back to Arizona's only live bank track roller derby here in the Hall of Dames.
And I'm Hard Knock Harley. We watched a great first game. Coffin Jaggers taking the win. Now get ready for this second game. The Bombshells are going to be playing the defending champions, the Runaway Brides. Just a reminder, please, no whistling is allowed as it does interrupt the skaters in the game. Keep all hands, arms, feet, and everything else outside of the track for your safety. With that being said, let's get this game started.
Our regulators crew is currently performing safety checks on the skaters, and as soon as those are wrapped up, we will get to the light-ups, and then we'll get this show on the road. We'll get down to business. We wanted to let you know, fans, we have had a little bit of trouble tonight with people whistling from the stands during the game. That is grounds to be discharged from the facility, so be careful doing that, and, well, I mean, don't do that, is what I mean to say. Please do not whistle from the stands. It can interfere with the flow of the game and cause a premature stop to a jam. So no whistling. You can scream, cheer, you can swear. I think this is the late night show, so I think we're okay with blue material. But no whistling. That's the important part.
Also, please remember that the AZDD merchandise booth is still open, so please be sure to visit that booth. Get your favorite league and team merchandise. We have t-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, beach towels, even Christmas tree ornaments getting you ready for December, as well as stickers and buttons of your favorite team.
All right, let's do it.
Do it. Wait, what is it?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me introduce your AZDD Bombshells. Welcoming your team to the track, we have number 817, Bitch Please. As well as skater 750, Bodily Harm. Also welcome us, we have 1024, Brawler Bunny. Also welcoming to the track, your one and only co-captain, number 24K, Gold DigHER. We also have player 60, Gwen Coco. Also help me welcome number 22, Impaler Swift. We have number 42, Irish Carbomb. And let's welcome skater 427, Lietenant Ripley. And your one and only, number 1931, Mickey Mental. And let's welcome 2-22, Scarlett Knockout. 416, Shaken Amy Syndrome. And last but not least, your 55, Captain Skid Vicious. Thank you, Bombshells. And we have helping the team on their bench tonight, bench coach Deadlee Limbz, as well as penalty manager, Miss Mimi Mauler. And not skating tonight, but still here with us, we have number 777, Rough Rider.
Now, taking the track, it's your season 13 champions, the Runaway Brides. Here we go for the defending league champions, number 772, I'll Annihilate Ya. Number 714, Ash over Teacup. Number 3, GoldieBlocks. Number 623, Hollywood. Number 100, Kryptic Kaly. Number size 9, La Chancla. Number 95, Lightning the Queen. Number 13, Little Bo Reap. Number 7813, Lumbre de la Luna. Number 113, Lux Breaker. Number 192, Milani Mangler. Number 213, Militia. Number 1221, Pretty Plz. Number 2115, Watermelon. Number 00, your co-captain, Nova Kane. And number 1, your captain of the Runaway Brides, Ellie Mayhem. Helping the team on the bench tonight, bench coach Cherry Kiss, penalty manager Troy McClure, not skating tonight for the Runaway Brides, number 420 Elizabitch Taylor, and number 99 Razor Legs. That's the Runaway Brides. Pretty much. And we are ready to go here. It's the first game of the season for both of these teams. So obviously both of them looking to kick things off with a victory here tonight. Stepping up to the jammer line for the Runaway Brides is going to be Ellie Mayhem.
And it looks like from the Bombshells we have jamming number 44, Dirty Carrie. And looks like she's made her way out of the pack first, taking hold in this first jam.
Ellie Mayhem out of the pack as well now, about a third of a track behind, give or take. Dirty Carrie now catching up to the pack here, seeing what she can pick up. Bombshells wearing their alternate jerseys tonight with the light green. Runaway Brides in the white, and we have a lead jammer change. Ellie Mayhem along by on the outside, and Ellie Mayhem is now the lead jammer for the Runaway Brides. So Ellie Mayhem now coming around for a second scoring pass. Dirty Carrie still hung up there in the pack, trying to get through. Ellie Mayhem now catches up to the pack at the back end of things, trying to find her way through. Dirty Carrie now mid-pack. And Ellie Mayhem out of the pack. We are going to have points all over the place here, I'll tell you what. Dirty Carrie still trying to fight her way through, and that's going to do it for the jam.
Looks like for the first jam we have Bombshells collecting points, and we have your Runaway Brides taking 9 points in that first jam.
Looks like we got one blocker for each side in the penalty box, so 3-on-3 in the pack. And this second jam is underway, and Hollywood playing a little bit of jammer defense there and blast that Bombshells jammer off onto the infield. Now trying to find her own way through is Hollywood, but down to the inside, and emerging in clear as your lead jammer is going to be the Bombshell skater.
I believe this is Anakin Shittalker's first game of the season, so if we can definitely give her a round of applause on that first jam.
So no points for either side there. Anakin Shittalker out just in front of Hollywood. Hollywood, one of our fastest skaters on the track, was gaining ground quickly. So now setting up the jam for the Runaway Brides is going to be Milani Mangler. And it looks like for the Bombshells, I believe that's Dirty Carrie again. But we will verify that once they come on around and old Greg and his rickety eyes can see for sure.
Dirty Carrie still trying to make her way through the Runaway Brides offense line, trying to make her way to get some points for her team.
Milani Mangler now mid-pack, trying to find her way through as the pack enters the front straightaway. Milani Mangler now gets on around and is behind Dirty Carrie. Milani Mangler not willing to give this one up now. Milani Mangler's your lead jammer. She was going to try to catch up, but Dirty Carrie able to keep moving and got back to the pack, forcing Milani Mangler to call the jam off. All right, so that with the red tights, that's Anakin. Right here? Yeah, is it? I can't see her. I literally can't see her number from here.
Jamming for the Bombshells, we have number 6, Anakin Shittalker.
And jamming for the Runaway Brides is going to be GoldieBlocks. And GoldieBlocks emerges from the pack, and she's your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Anakin working her way to push through the Runaway Brides line.
And GoldieBlocks able to get through the pack. She was blocked out of bounds, but the blocker landed out of bounds too. So GoldieBlocks is on by in a scoring pass. 22 seconds left in this jam. Anakin Shit-Talker still trying to find a way out. Now darts through, and Anakin is clear of the pack as well. GoldieBlocks now on her second scoring pass. Gets on through the pack and calls it off. That's how yeah, exactly. We are underway in this next jam. It's going to be Dirty Kaly again for the Bombshells, and it's Ellie Mayhem jamming for the Brides. Ellie Mayhem quickly to the front.
Dirty Kaly trying to work her way through the Runaway Brides offensive line, pushing her way through, and she's out. So let's look and see if she can catch up to Miss Ellie Mayhem.
And Ellie Mayhem's going to call that one off. Wasn't able to get through. May have been able to nudge her way in front of a couple of skaters. Calls it off before surrendering any points to Dirty Kaly. Now jamming for the Runaway Brides is going to be Pretty Plz. Something ending in a 7.
And looks like jamming for the first time tonight. In the Bombshells, we have number 817, Bitch Please.
Yes. Yeah, that's her. Okay. Got some penalties to sort out here, and it looks like before we move on, game executioner Binder B. Rodriguez is going to call an official timeout, so they're going to sort out some of those penalties. So we'll take a break from the action here in the early going. 9 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Runaway Brides have jumped out to a 25-2 lead. We'd like to let you know about one of our league sponsors, Above and Beyond Palette Creations. They are repurposing palettes into art. They've created all of our signage here in the Hall of Dames. For information or to commission work, see Bobby Ross, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers. You can also find him on Facebook at Above and Beyond Palette Creations.
And don't forget to visit, which is still open, our AZDD snack bar. Be sure to visit the snack bar to grab a cold beverage or snack. All proceeds go to the league, and your support is greatly appreciated.
Thank you. All right, we are back to the action. Once again, it's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells, and it's going to be Pretty Plz. Bitch Please versus Pretty Plz right now on the track as jammers. Pretty Plz able to emerge from the front of the pack, and she's her lead jammer for the Brides. And it looks like there we are with Bitch Please able to get out of the pack for the Bombshells. Pretty Plz now plows into a blocker there for the Bombshells. Just knocks somebody out of the way. Clearing space was Pretty Plz. And we did have a cut track penalty called on the jammer for the Bombshells. Bitch Please. So it's going to be a power jam for the Runaway Brides. Doing the honors is going to be Milani Mangler.
Also, don't forget to visit Happy Hanu Shave Ice right outside. I do believe they're going to leave around 9 o'clock, so go ahead and get that sweet tooth taken care of. Head out there and check out all their yummy flavors. This husband and wife team is happy to be your sweet stop for the night.
All right, so after review, it looks like it's going to be for penalties on both jammers in the last jam. So it's a double jammer down is what they call it, so neither team gets a power jam. So skating out now to jam for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shit-Talker, number 6. So we are underway. There are only 2 blockers out there for the Brides, 3 blockers for the Bombshells. Now Anakin Shit-Talker doing battle on the front end, and Anakin Shit-Talker able to get by along the outside of the guardrail there, and is your lead jammer for the Bombshells.
So good.
What's that?
So good.
Anakin Shit Talker down to the inside, up to the outside. Now trying to find a way along the outside. Goes ahead and calls off the jam as she was facing some stern defense there from the Runaway Brides.
Looks like the Bombshells picked up 3 points in that last jam. Leading this next jam, we have Dirty Kaly, number 44, and the one and only Hollywood from the Runaway Brides.
All right, both jammers now trying to fight their way through. Hollywood able to spin by along the inside, and Hollywood is the lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Dirty Kaly's just trying to make her way through the defensive line. Looks like we have some great Runaway Brides here. And Hood just hops her way through in that coping.
Hollywood manages to stay upright there as we have gone under the halfway point of the first quarter. Hollywood now on a second scoring pass up to the high side. This time runs into a closed door. Manages to stay on her balance again. Now takes a tumble. And that's going to do it for the jam. Hollywood calls it off.
Looks like your Brides picked up 8 points in that last jam, and your Bombshells picked up 0.
Ellie Mayhem is jamming for the Runaway Brides, and your jammer for the Bombshells is Anakin Shit Talker. And Ellie Mayhem out of the pack and is your lead jammer for the Brides.
We're seeing Anakin jam quite a few times tonight, and it's always exciting to see a new jammer come out of fresh meat, working her way strong, supporting her team.
Meanwhile, Ellie Mayhem gets by on a scoring pass and will be coming around for more with 30 seconds to go in the jam. Most of the Bombshells defense ended up on the infield there. And now the defense for the Bombshells stoutens up a little bit. Ellie Mayhem trying to find her way through, getting blocked up into that high side guardrail, and she goes ahead and calls off the jam.
Brides picking up 7 points in that last jam.
And it's going to be a team timeout. The Bombshells go ahead and take a timeout. They're going to take a second to see if they can break the momentum here and talk this one over as we step aside for a moment. Your score right now, Runaway Brides 44, Bombshells 5.
Also, don't forget to come and join us at the end of the game with the Arizona Derby Dames official after party location, Third Space. It offers a cafe, bar, coffee, shops, and music environment located at 1028 Grand Avenue. While at the after party, make sure to stop in the Novel Ice Cream Shop to try their new ice cream flavor for the Brutal Berry inspired by the AZDDs. Own ladies in pink, the Brutal Beauties. It's even better when served in their warm donut sandwiches.
We do have some exciting news to share. Our very own Doomsday Valkyries are putting on a fundraiser next week. Saturday, October 27th, the Bar Crawl to Valhalla event will take place at 4 local bars downtown. Raffle prizes, scavenger hunt, drink specials, and a costume contest, all with your favorite post-apocalyptic derby girls. The Doomsday Valkyries host the Bar Crawl to Valhalla. Tickets are on sale now on brownpapertickets.com, or check out the Facebook event, Bar Crawl to Valhalla, for more information.
Just a little over 5 minutes left of the first quarter. We have Little Bo Peep, number 13, jamming for your Runaway Brides, and number 44, Miss Dirty Kaly. Looks like Dirty Kaly's trying to make her way through the high, and looks like she gets her way through. And Bo Peep, number 13, pushed her way through some Bombshells, making her way to follow behind Dirty Kaly.
Dirty Kaly now trying to catch the pack. The Runaway Brides are dictating the pace of play. Dirty Kaly able to sneak by along the inside and dodge a block there. Gets through, gets her points, and calls off the jam. And a big old cheer goes up from the Bombshells contingents here in the crowd. Hey fans, if you're here for the Bombshells, let's hear a cheer. What about our Runaway Brides fans in the house? Indeed. Looks like Milani Mangler jamming for the Runaway Brides, and Anakin Shit-Talker is jamming for the Bombshells. Yes.
And we have Milani Mangler from your Brides taking lead in this jam. Anakin Shit-Talker still working her way to break through the Brides wall. Looks like we have Lightning on the low, holding her wall up high.
Milani Mangler now is getting by those last two blockers who were pushed just out of play, so Milani Mangler clear. About 11 seconds to go in this jam. Milani Mangler coming around for more. Anakin Shit-Talker hemmed in behind an entire wall of blockers there. And now playing a little bit of jammer defense, trying to block. Getting blocked down to the infield goes Milani Mangler and ends up with the clock expiring on the jam. 7-point jam for the Runaway Brides there.
Also, we always want to thank one of AZDD's sponsor, Lost Dutchman Tattoo, a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional. You can customize your own tattoo. Walk-ins are always accepted. And Josh is located at 4121 North 19th Avenue on the east side of 19th Avenue, north of Indian School Road.
And it looks like after we've got all the penalties sorted out, we did have a penalty called on the Bombshells jammer, so we do have another power jam here for the Runaway Brides. It's going to be GoldieBlocks doing the honors for the Brides now. One more blocker to be pulled off for the Bombshells, so I think we're all good. Everybody's finger guns are valid, and we are underway.
Just a little over 3 minutes left of the first quarter. It looks like we have the Brides starting it off with a power jam. Number 3, GoldieBlocks taking it. And we have GoldieBlocks making her way through, taking the jam.
What's that? Yeah. Coming up now on her second scoring pass, that is going to be GoldieBlocks now. Trying to go up to the high side there. Looks like Skid Vicious blocking her up into the rail. Trying to fight her way through. Dispenses with a blocker. Knocks the blocker to the Masonite. And able to get on through on a scoring pass. 7 seconds left. And GoldieBlocks calls off the remaining time.
You didn't report last time!
You talk plenty. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I think I
So we get ready for the next jam here. It's going to be Ellie Mayhem jamming for the Runaway Brides. But before we get to that, and before we figure out who the jammer was, it's going to be Deadlee Limbz for the Bombshells. But we do have a timeout. It's an official timeout. So they are going to take a second to talk this one over here. So let's tell you about some more of our sponsors.
And as you all know, AZDD is huge in giving back to the community. So for our October, the Arizona Derby Dames are collaborating with Tempe Community Action Agency, also TCAA, to collect donations for their laundry program. As you can see, we do have drop stations all around your track. This charity effort fosters dignity and self-reliance for the economically vulnerable in our community. It helps seniors, adults, and families struggling to provide for their most basic needs and working to attain highest level of independence. The TCAA serves more than 18,000 unapplicable seniors, adults, and children each year.
We'd also like to let you know about the AZ Derby Dame Snack Bar. Be sure to visit the Derby Dame Snack Bar to grab a cold beverage or snack. All proceeds go back to the league. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, looks like the popcorn machine's still on down there. The Minor Assaults are selling popcorn just outside of turn 2. So some options to get yourself a couple of snacks. We are back to the action, and as we had announced before the official timeout, Ellie Mayhem and Deadlee Limbz for the two teams respectively. Ellie Mayhem down to the inside, and she's right on through and is your lead jammer.
Just a little under 2 minutes left of the first quarter. We have your Bombshells at 9 and the Brides at 61. Just over 40 seconds left of this jam. We have Ellie Mayhem making her way as lead. And for your Bombshells, we have Jammy number 44, Dirty Kaly.
Dirty Kaly still mid-pack there along the back straightaway, trying to get herself out, and is still hemmed in amongst a bunch of Runaway Brides there. Meanwhile, Ellie Mayhem is clear of the pack and is coming around for a second scoring pass. Big collision, a lot of people down there. Dirty Kaly tumbles to the ground. Ellie Mayhem coming through and right on through. Everything nice and sealed off by the offense there for the Runaway Brides. And Ellie Mayhem coming around again, and she's not done. Trying to catch the pack here. Weaves her way on through, and the clock expires on the jam. We'll wait for the official score here. And it's a 20-point jam for the Runaway Brides. And what will more than likely be the last jam of the first quarter, it's going to be Hollyhood going up against Anakin Shit-Tucker. Hollyhood down to the inside, and this may actually give us another jam here in the first quarter. Hollyhood trying to get back to the pack, one of the fastest skaters out there. Crashes into the back of the pack and calls the jam off, so yeah.
We had a little jammer race going for a second there, huh, Clifton?
A little jammer race, always exciting. Always exciting to see which jammer thinks they can get back to the pack first. Anyhow, this will be the last jam of the first quarter, and it's going to be Dirty Kaly for the Bombshells. And doing battle against
35.
So your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides is number 95, Lightning the Queen, jamming for the first time tonight in her first bout since graduating from the minor assaults. Lightning the Queen down to the inside, picks up the points that she can and calls the jam.
Looks like that just might be at the end of first quarter.
And we're about to have our official signal. Indeed, it's the end of the first quarter. So we'll step aside for the quarter break. Your score right now, Runaway Brides 85, Bombshells 9. We'll take a 5-minute break and be back with more action here just after this break.
And with taking this little break, don't forget to head outside and check out our very own vendor village. AZDD sponsors local businesses by giving them the ability to showcase their work here. Give them your hard-earned money. Tonight we are hosting Lip Sense, a long-lasting lip color, wheel fix, vehicle service and repair, Naughty Pockets, selling their handmade small goods, and of course Happy Gesture, selling light up everything. And don't forget to make some noise as AZDD's very own tosses out some shirts. You guys got to get louder than that. She won't hear you. She won't hear you to give you the shirts. You got to get louder. Don't forget, everyone, we do have lovely ladies walking around selling raffle tickets to help donate for our raffle prizes, and also our 50-50, in which AZDD does give 50% of the collectings that we do receive back to the community, which means you get to take that home tax-free. All right, so it looks like 50-50 is at $250, which means you have the ability to take home $125 in your very own pocket, which again, tax-free.
We'd like to let you know about another one of our league sponsors, Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Food is the energy that growing children need, providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods The local school's Valley-wide Nutrition One works closely with the Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting what they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunch. It's Nutrition One school lunch program. All right, fans, go ahead and get those pink raffle tickets ready. If you have one of these winning numbers, coming up here to the raffle prizes table, right up here by the announcer booth, and come up here and pick your prize. 2 tickets. Here's the first one, 588158.
And we have 588199. And you guys got to be loud, otherwise we won't know you're a winner. Come collect your raffle prizes. As you can see under our leaderboard, you will find Jamit, and she will be happy to give you your reward. Are you a winner? Also, make sure every one of you does mark your calendars as Season 14 continues with our next bout on November 10th. This is also a game that is a doubleheader. It's going to feature home teams from the Arizona Derby Dames with your Brutal Beauties battling the Bombshells in the first game of the night. And our second game of the night will be action-packed as your Runaway Brides take on the Doomsday Valkyries, all right here at the Hall of Dames.
Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop is another sponsor of the league. All natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos. You can visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town on historic Highway 88. Jamit took it. Here you go. And it looks like we're ready to get back to the action. Beginning of the second quarter here. One more time, your score. Runaway Brides 85, Bombshells 9. It's going to be Hollywood for the Runaway Brides and Anakin Shitucker for the Bombshells as we get ready to go here in the second quarter. Hollywood down to the inside, able to dispense with the blocker there, and Hollywood's your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Anakin trying to push her way through, making her way through the Bride's pack. Looks like she's pushing on the high, a little bit in the mid. Hood coming up right behind her.
And she is throwing a scoring pass as Hollywood, now coming around again for a second. Anakin still trying to do battle with those blockers at the front end of the pack, trying to get them pushed out of play. Meanwhile, Hollywood says, oh, I'll just come on by here then. And coming around for a third scoring pass is Hollywood.
Bride showing an amazing defensive wall tonight as they continue to hold back Bombshells. Jammer tonight, Anakin.
So there goes Hollywood on another scoring pass, and she's going to try to get around for more here with 8 seconds to go in the jam. She's got the time. That pack is moving at a snail's pace right now. Hollywood trying to find her way through, tries to find an opening, and that's going to do it for the jam clock. My biggest problem is whenever the beauties are playing. Setting up the jam now, that's going to be Watermelon jamming for the first time for the Runaway Brides, and Dirty Carry for the Bombshells, but free and clear on the front end is going to be Watermelon for the Runaway Brides. Watermelon collides with Scarlett Knockout there in the back of the pack. Knocked her off stride enough to impede her forward motion. Dirty Carry trying to find her way to the outside and get clear, and Watermelon calls it off.
Are you interested in being a part of the roller derby community, but hitting people maybe just isn't your thing? Our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and help keep our ladies on the track safe. Our regulator teams accepts all gender types. There are various levels of officiating that go on during roller derby bouts. Come be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved tonight.
In this jam, it's going to be Kryptic Kaly for the Runaway Brides jamming for the first time tonight. Kryptic Kaly is your lead jammer. Jammer for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shit-Talker. And there goes Kryptic Kaly on through on a scoring pass, coming around for a second. Still more than 30 seconds to go in the jam. And a big collision. A lot of skaters down there. And that springs Anakin out, and Anakin is clear of the pack as well. Kryptic Kaly gets through on her second scoring pass and is going to try to come around for more, but calls it off. Looking around and sees that Anakin was gaining ground on the pack. Fans, we need to announce one more time. If you are not actively part of this bout's production staff, please remain behind the yellow line during game action. It is extremely important that our photographers and our referees have access to the outside of the track. So really, please, behind that yellow line during game action if you are not part of the production crew for this bout. Thank you.
You're so nice, Clifton.
That's Milani Mangler out there jamming for the Runaway Brides, and she is your lead jammer. Sneaks her way by along the outside and is buying a scoring pass. Milani Mangler will be coming around for more. Down to the inside, that is the jammer for the Bombshells. Now looking to play some jammer defense here. Milani Mangler by on the outside, and she's through. Dirty Carry mid-pack. Looks like they're going to be focusing more on defense here. So Milani Mangler now tries to get through. Dirty Carry tried to throw a block. Milani Mangler able to get right on by. She's checking the clock, and she's going to go ahead and let the clock expire. And there it is.
Looks like in that last jam, Dirty Carry number 44 made her focus into blocking part of her team to try to help control the Brides' point collection. Jamming for the Bombshells, we have number 817, Bitch Please. And number 13 from your Brides, we have Little Bo Reap.
This jam is underway. Down to the inside went Bitch Please, trying to find her way through. Little Bo Reap is up to the high side of the track, trying to find her way through the pack. Making their way down into the first turn. There was Bitch Please trying to get by. Almost clear, but got bumped off onto the infield, and your lead jammer is Little Bo Reap for the Runaway Brides. Bitch Please exits the pack as well. Getting through and calling off the jam is Little Bo Reap. Picks up her points, calls it off. 4 more points for the Brides. Going to take the lead to 133-9. And it's going to be a power jam for the Runaway Brides. Penalty called on the jammer for the Bombshells there, Bitch Please. So Ellie Mayhem out there by her lonesome, and she's going to do the power jam thing for the Runaway Brides now with 9 minutes to go until halftime. But before we get to all that action, we are going to have a timeout, and it is a team timeout, and it's called by the Brides. So the Bride's going to take a second to talk strategy here, and we will step aside from the action momentarily with 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
And with halftime coming up, definitely don't forget to make one more stop out to our vendor village, as AZDD always sponsors local businesses by giving them the ability to showcase their work here. Give them your hard-earned money. Tonight we're hosting Lip Sense, long-lasting lip color, along with Wheelfix, vehicle service and repair, and Naughty Pocket selling their handmade small goods. And of course we have Happy Jester selling everything that does light up.
We'd like to let you know about another one of our league sponsors, Lost Dutchman Tattoo. They're a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional, and you can customize your own tattoo, as I said earlier, just like I did earlier today. Walk-ins are accepted. They're located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. It's the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road. It's Lost Dutchman Tattoo.
Oh, that?
I should do that announcement. Are you interested?
Do you want to do it?
Not right now.
You do the next
I got a job to do.
Live your life,
In
girl.
between
Do
the
your
next-
job, do your job, do your job.
Maybe the next break.
We are back to the action and setting up to jam for the Runaway Brides. That's going to be number 772, Al Annihilatia. Al Annihilatia is doing the power jam here for the Runaway Brides. Al Annihilatia is on through the pack on her first scoring pass already. Coming up now on the first scoring pass. Running into some defense there, trying to just bully her way through there. And she's able to dispense with that last blocker and get on through.
Scarlett showing some definite strong offense tonight, trying to control Al as she makes her way by.
Al Annihilatia jumps over that coping there at the very point of the turn, and she's throwing a scoring pass. Coming around for thirds like me at Thanksgiving. Coming on down now with 17 seconds to go in the jam. Al Annihilatia runs into a defender there, and that knocks her off stride, and it's going to kind of grind to a halt here. With 8 seconds to go in this power jam, Al Annihilatia off onto the infield, steps back over the skater that was keeping her on the infield and calls off the jam.
She was trying to call it off for a while there. We've seen you, Al.
Green 0.
Setting up the jam now, it's going to be GoldieBlocks, number 3 for the Runaway Brides, and Anakin Shit-Talker, number 6 for the Bombshells. It's a 14-point power jam for the Brides. Their lead now 147-9. Ellie Mayhem is out of the pack and is your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Out of the pack. Not lead.
Excuse me, not Ellie Mayhem. My apologies. GoldieBlocks. GoldieBlocks is your jammer for the Runaway Brides. Gets through on a scoring pass. And with Anakin Shit-Talker being out of the pack now, GoldieBlocks going to run some time. And GoldieBlocks is content to let her defense try to hold up that jammer there. GoldieBlocks going to try to get through here and get some more points. And she does. And that'll do it for the jam as both jammers made their way on around.
White 10. Green 4.
And it looks like, indeed, it looks like we're going to have a power jam for the Bombshells. That's going to be Dirty Carrie doing the honors. We had a penalty called on GoldieBlocks during the last jam. So she is in the penalty box, and the only jammer out there is Dirty Carrie for the Bombshells. Both teams picked up points during that last jam. Brides on top 157-13 as we get ready for this jam. Dirty Carrie trying to sneak by on the inside, blocked off onto the infield by, it looks like Milani Mangler. Yeah, that's who it was. Dirty Carrie able to get through the pack there.
Yep. And we have Dirty Carrie making her way again. Looks like for her second scoring pass, possibly, she can make her way through the defensive wall of the Brides for Ellie Mayhem and Milani Mangler. It looks like she makes a hop, skip, up, and a jump through. Just a few seconds left of this power jam. Let's see how many points Miss Dirty Carrie can pick up for her Bombshells. Sliding it on the low. Looks like she makes her way for another scoring pass. Looks like the Bombshells are going to collect a good amount of points on this power jam.
And that'll do it. The jam clock expires. It's a 9-point power jam for the Bombshells. So they put 9 points on the board, brings them up to 22 for the bout. It's going to be Pretty Plz for the Bombshells. Going up against
number 42, Miss Irish Carbomb.
but she is going to be called down. It looks like it's going to be a power jam for the Brides. Indeed, indeed. It's a power jam for the Runaway Brides. Penalty called on the jammer for the Bombshells there in the last jam. So Pretty Plz out there by her lonesome now is going to try to put some points on the board for the Brides. Manages to get by that last blocker there, and she is out and is your lead jammer.
Also, are you interested in being a season sponsor for the Dames? We have different sponsor packages available to suit your needs with many benefits to choose from. Find any Arizona Derby Dame today and they can point you in the right direction.
Pretty Plz trying to fight her way through the pack on a scoring pass here during this Runaway Brides power jam. And Pretty Plz able to dispense and get on through. 24 seconds to go in the power jam. Pretty Plz now in her second scoring pass, takes a shoulder from Scarlett Knockout. But Pretty Plz able to get on through the pack. Got 7 seconds left, and she's going to try to get around and pick up some more points here. Absolutely, she says. And runs into a blocker. She might have gotten a couple of points there. We'll have to wait and see. Get a point when you get your hip in front of another skater, so that's when you get your points. And it's a 10-point power jam for Pretty Plz and the Runaway Brides.
Looks like jamming for the first time with your Brides. We have number 9, Chancla. And for your Bombshells, we have Miss 44, Dirty Carrie.
Chancla now is going to try to get to the front, and there she goes. Chancla is the lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Looks like Chancla coming out, making her way on the low, taking lead jam. And with just over 20 seconds left on the board, it looks like Chancla's going to come around, push her way through the Bombshells wall, and looks like take another lap and take some more points.
Dirty Carry is still mid-pack there. Looks like they have shifted to defensive mode, has Dirty Carry, so she's going to be trying to play some jammer defense here. Down to the inside goes Chancla, gets on by, but barely a scrape there, and the clock's going to expire on this jam right here. But a very productive first jam of the evening for number size 9, Chancla.
You like saying that name, don't you? Chancla. Brides picking up 15 points in that last power jam by number 9, Chancla.
2 minutes to go until halftime. Brides 182, Bombshells 22. Setting up the jam now is going to be Anakin Shitaker for the Bombshells, and it's a little Bo Reap for the Runaway Brides. Small pack out there, only 2 blockers for the Bombshells and 3 blockers for the Runaway Brides, so pretty heavy contingent in the penalty box right now. Your lead jammer for the Brides, that is going to be little Bo Reap. Anakin there in the back of the pack trying to find her way out.
Also, with just a few minutes left until halftime, please remember that all skaters do take precedence with using the restroom, so please be mindful if you see any of your ladies in skates. Go ahead and let them use the restroom before you do.
There goes little Bo Reap by again on the scoring pass. Still 22 seconds to go in this jam. Little Bo Reap able to get by one more time. That offense for the Brides just holding everything apart there. Anakin sees an opening and takes off. And is now clear of the pack. Now the Brides office gets into gear. And little Bo Reap gets by again on a scoring pass.
I stopped before the spin. 3-0. 19.
And so after 4 scoring passes, it was a 19-point jam for little Bo Reap.
Looks like tonight jamming for the Bombshells in this jam, we have number 42, Miss Irish Carbomb, jamming against number 192 with your Brides, Milani Mangler.
Milani Mangler is out and clear as the lead jammer for the Brides. And Irish Carbomb Gets by the last blocker, keeps her balance along the guardrail, and she is out as well. Milani Mangler coming on like a hungry shark on Shark Week, though. Look at this. Milani Mangler is going to try to get that point, gets that jammer point, and calls it off.
Possibly finishing off that quarter with a little bit of a jammer race.
And that is going to do it. We are going to hit halftime. So your score here as we go to the half. Runaway Brides picking up right where they left off at the end of last season. They are up big, 206-22. We will step aside for a 15-minute halftime break. Before we do, though, look out now. It's our miniature merchandise crew, and they're coming on around. Hoot and holler and wave if you'd like to pick yourself up some Derby Dame swag. Not everybody all at once now. There we go. That's better.
Also, everyone, go ahead and get your raffle tickets ready. We're going to go ahead and call off 2 raffle numbers. All right, everyone, get your tickets ready. We're going to go ahead and call up 2 numbers for you to come up under the leaderboard and collect your raffle prizes. First winner is ticket number 588087. 588087.
And your second ticket is 588105. 588105. If either of those are you, get on over here to the raffle prizes table and select your prize. Don't forget, at the end of the bout, we'll give away that 50-50 cash raffle. At last count, it was up towards $300. So half of that goes to the winner and half of that goes to the league. Thank you for your support. That'll be at the end of the bout. And we've got 13 minutes and 45 seconds left in halftime right now. We'll be back with you momentarily.
Also, one of Arizona Derby Dame's great sponsors is Devastation. Devastation is your go-to shop for everything on wheels, from the raddest of rad roller skates to the bomb.com light-up wheels spinning on slicker than slick ball bearings. Let Devastation help you find the perfect riding gear to keep you protected while cruising in style. Offering nearly everything skate-related, from nuts and stops to tools and bags on flashy wheels. Come check out the skate ninjas that sling them unicorn boots. Visit www.devastation.com or stop by their website or warehouse at 2010 East University Drive in Tempe. Are you a young lady between the ages of 10 to 17 who loves to skate, or do you know one? Our Minor Assaults are a non-profit 501c3 and are always looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that will help in life situations far beyond roller derby. Minor skating skills, dedication to learn, and a positive mental attitude are all that we do require. Come see what all of the fun is about. Ask a Derby Dame how you can get involved, or visit our website at azddinspire.org for more information on donating or sponsoring the Minor Assaults.
it on? It is on. How much time do we have? 41.
Interested in being part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing? Our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and help keep our ladies safe on the track. Our regulator team accepts all gender types. There are various levels of officiating that go on during roller derby bouts. Come and be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved.
10 seconds left.
And so we are back to the action. It is time for the beginning of the second half. Really quick score check. Runaway Brides 206, Bombshells 22. Your jammer here for the Bombshells is going to be Dirty Kaly. And jamming for the Runaway Brides is Lightning the Queen. Dirty Kaly knocked over onto the infield along with a blocker for the Bombshells. The pivot ended up on the ground as well. And exiting the front of the pack is going to be Lightning the Queen, and she's your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Green is still not out. Green's out. 0 goes points.
Dirty Kaly making her way out of the pack. And it's called off.
White 4.
Lightning the Queen got through, picked up her 4 points, and called it off. We are going to have Anakin Shit-Talker now for the Bombshells. And for the Runaway Brides is number 3, GoldieBlocks.
Jamming for the Bombshells, we have Sith, Anakin Shit-Talker. And jamming for the Brides, we have number 3, GoldieBlocks. Anakin making her way out, almost out first, looks like on the high, as the defensive walls of the Brides try to hold her back, so GoldieBlocks can make her way through. But it looks like Anakin does take lead jam. GoldieBlocks trying to catch up behind her. Anakin making her way up to the defensive wall of the Brides, and she calls it off.
Okay. Green 0. White 0. Lead on that too.
So no points for either side there. Anakin ran into a solid wall of white jerseys and went ahead and called off that jam rather than surrendering any points. We've got Pretty Plz jamming for the Runaway Brides. And I have no idea who's jamming for the Bombshells because she is directly in front of Pretty Plz.
Oh my god. She has arms, directional block, and above shoulders. Okay, Bombshells.
There we are. Dirty Kaly is jamming for the Bombshells. Trying to find her way through here. Now Dirty Kaly is the lead jammer for the Bombshells. Dirty Kaly out and clear. For the green team, Dirty Kaly is out. Pretty Plz exits the pack as well. Now approaching the pack on the back end of things. Trying to find her way through. It's Dirty Kaly. Runs into that 3 wall at the front and goes ahead and calls it off.
Green 0.
So no points for either side again there. That defense for the Brides not letting the jammer through. 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Your jammer for the Runaway Brides is going to be Kryptic Kaly. And for the Bombshells, it's number 42, Irish Carbomb.
Green's in the back. Green's still in the back. Green's not out.
Number 42, Irish Carbomb, working her way to break through the Brides wall, and she does make her way. Now it's just a matter of catching up to the Brides, Kaly, Kryptic.
And Kryptic Kaly goes ahead and calls that one off. Had that Bombshells Bombshells jammer out and closing in quickly. So we will move forward to the next jam. That is going to be Dirty Kaly again for the Bombshells. And jamming for the Runaway Brides is going to be number 2115. That's Watermelon.
Also, don't forget we still have our lovely ladies walking around selling raffle tickets. Got a few more raffles to show off between now and the end of the bout.
Your lead jammer is Watermelon for the Runaway Brides, coming on around now for her first scoring pass. Jammer for the Bombshells, Dirty Carry, trying to get through there, ends up on the infield, unfortunately. Was just about clear, but ended up getting knocked down. So Watermelon buying a scoring pass, coming around for more with 20 seconds to go in the jam. Dirty Carry trying to find her way through, with those blockers on the front end are not fooling around. Lightning the Queen and Milani Mangler holding her in. Meanwhile, Watermelon finds her way on by and gets by on a scoring pass. And that's going to do it for the jam clock. And when it was all said and done, it was a 10-point jam for the Brides. Now stepping up to jam is going to be Hollywood for the Runaway Brides. And it's Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells.
Looks like we have the Brides picking up a couple penalties on that last jam. I don't want to point this out, but we have our mother and daughter duo in the penalty box.
Anakin Shittalker was out just in front of Hollywood and called it off before losing lead jam status. Setting up now, we are going to have number size 9, La Chancla, jamming for the Runaway Brides.
Looks like we have number 9 with the Brides, La Chancla jamming again, but looks like I believe for the second night tonight. And Dirty Carry is jamming for the Bombshells, number 44. Looks like we have La Chancla taking lead in this jam. And we have Miss Dirty Carry making her way out. Now it's just a matter of catching up to La Chancla.
La Chancla gets on through, picks up her points, and calls off the jam. Next up, Kryptic Kaly for the Runaway Brides. Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells.
So exciting seeing Anakin jamming so much tonight, Clifton. I believe this is her very first game of season 14, just making her way at a fresh meet and making her way onto her team of Bombshells.
Kryptic Kaly is the lead jammer for the Runaway Brides here. Up to the high side, knocked down as she hit the guardrail there at the outside of the track, but trying to thread her way through the pack now. Doing battle with that last blocker for the Bombshells, and she gets on through. So Kryptic Kaly is buying a scoring pass and coming around for more, just past the halfway point of this jam. And Kryptic Kaly tried to sneak by on the inside and ended up getting bumped off onto the infield. Anakin Shittalker is out of the pack as well for the Bombshells.
Little over 7 minutes left in the third quarter. We have your Runaway Brides at a little over 220 points and your Bombshells at 22.
Jamming now is Pretty Plz for the Runaway Brides, and Pretty Plz is out of the pack, and it's your lead jammer. Dirty Carry is jamming for the Bombshells, trying to find her way through the pack. Pretty Plz is out with a full head of steam now, approaching the pack, coming through the first turn. And there goes Pretty Plz on an easy scoring pass, coming around for more.
Looks like we have Carrie making her way out of that pack of Brides. Now it's just a matter of catching up to the Brides jammer before she calls it off. Looks like your Brides picked up 9 points in that last jam.
We've got Anakin Shittalker again for the Bombshells, going up against Little Bo Reap for the Runaway Brides. And Little Bo Reap has exited the pack and is your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides. Big collision there towards the back of the pack. Little Bo Reap ended up on the infield now, trying to go find some purchase there on the outside. Now ducks down to the middle, trying to bump a blocker out of the way, but ends up on the infield herself. And they're able to race her way to the front and find her way through. So Little Bo Reap out and clear, coming around for another scoring pass. And after getting thrown another scoring pass, Little Bo Reap goes ahead and calls it off.
Brides picking up 9 points in that last jam.
And it looks like we are going to have a timeout here. Indeed, it's going to be a team timeout for the Bombshells.
Are you interested in being a sponsor of the Arizona Derby Dames? We have different sponsor packages available to suit your needs with many different benefits to choose from. Find any Arizona Derby Dame tonight and they can point you in the right direction for sponsorship, questions, and information on how to become a sponsor.
If you're looking for something to do after the bout, the official after-party location is Third Space. They're also a sponsor of the league. Third Space is a cafe, bar, coffee, shops, music, ice cream, all sorts of stuff surrounding a little courtyard and perfect weather to hang out with your favorite skaters after this bout. They're located at 1028 Grand Avenue, which is at the corner of 11th Avenue and Grand. When you're at the after party, make sure to stop by the Novel Ice Cream Shop. Try the new ice cream flavor, Brutal Berry, inspired by the Derby Dames' own Ladies in Pink, the Brutal Beauties. It's even better when served in their warm donut sandwich. That's all at the after party at Third Space. And it looks like we are going to have a power jam for the Bombshells here. We do indeed have a power jam. And it's going to be Dirty Carry for the Bombshells doing the honors here. Try to put some points on the board. Pack making their way down the front straightaway now. Those Brides defenders were holding steady, but Dirty Carry able to exit the pack. With 30 seconds to go in this Bombshells power jam, Dirty Carry is out and clear.
1 is 2.
A lot of blocking going on there in the back straightaway and here into the far turn as they're trying to get on through. Dirty Carry trying to sneak by, but those Runaway Brides defenders are keeping an eye on her. She's able to get through there on a scoring pass, and that's going to do it for the clock. So, Bombshells put some points on the board. 5 points. Bombshells get on the board here in the third quarter. Setting up now is going to be Anakin Shit Talker for the Bombshells, and it's GoldieBlocks for the Brides.
Thanks, babe.
Out of play.
It looks like your lead jammer is going to be GoldieBlocks. Anakin Shit Talker out as well. So GoldieBlocks gets on through, picks up those points, and calls it off.
Looks like we have the Brides picking up 4 points in that last jam. Taking this lead as jammer, we have number 00 with Brides Novocaine.
I just got a headache, that's all.
I'm sorry. Looks like this is a power jam for the Brides. We have Nova trying to make her way through the pack.
So that's Dirty Carry there for the Bombshells, and Dirty Carry's your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Novocaine is jamming for the Brides. And a big collision there in the front end as Dirty Carry was trying to find her way through, gets back on the track and calls it off. We will see if she was able to pick up any points before calling off that jam. And 3 points for the Bombshells. So they're up to 30 for the bout with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. It's going to be Little Bo Reap and Anakin Shit Talker.
All right, just a little over 2 minutes in the third quarter. We have number 13 with the Brides, Little Bo Reap, and Sith with Bombshells, Anakin Shit Talker. And looks like we have Anakin making her way as Little Bo Peep does hop in front of her, and looks like she's going to take the lead in this. Anakin still working her way to get through the Bride's defensive walls. And we have Brooke go ahead and pop her way on through the high. Just a few seconds left of this jam.
Lapped my jammer again. Hi, Chihuahua. Green's still not out of the pack.
Anakin still making her way to get out of the Bride's pack. We have Kryptic Kaly doing a great job of holding her back tonight. And Anakin takes a little last minute tumble, quickly recovering. And Bride's picking up 15 points in that last jam.
Setting up to jam tonight for the first time for the Bombshells is Gwen Coco, number 60.
Who's that?
And for the Runaway Brides, that is going to be number 2115, Watermelon. And she races right out and is your lead jammer for the Brides. Gwen Coco now trying to get through as well. Blocked up into the rail. Now reestablished herself and she's ready to go. Got some help from her teammate there as Gwen Coco clears the pack. Watermelon now trying to fight her way through. And Watermelon calls it off before surrendering any points to Gwen Coco.
And a reminder to everybody, with coming into the last quarter of tonight, we do have your 50-50 raffle sitting at $290. Please pay attention to our lovely ladies walking around selling those last-minute tickets.
And we are at the last quarter break of the evening. We're going to step aside for 5 minutes here. Runaway Brides 266, Bombshells 30. We will have some raffle prizes to give away here momentarily, as well as some merchandise to be tossed out from the track.
And everybody want to go ahead and get those raffle tickets available. We're going to go ahead and start calling off some raffles. So for our pink ticket, raffle ticket 588213. And we have our winner right in front of her. Yeah, 213. You get it? There you go. Make some noise for Miss Taylor. And we have one more raffle ticket. Go ahead and number 588068. 588068. Don't forget to make your last rounds and visit the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth to get your favorite league and team merchandise. We have t-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, beach towels, and Christmas tree ornaments, as well as stickers and buttons of your favorite team.
One of our league sponsors, Above and Beyond Palette Creations, they're repurposing pallets into art. They have created all of our signage here in the Hall of Dames. For information on, or to commission work, see Bobby Ross, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers. You can also find them on Facebook, Above and Beyond Palette Creations.
I feel like I could really use Copper Star Coffee right now. So remember, Copper Star Coffee is a locally owned coffee shop and cafe providing hand-blended drinks and award-winning baked goods on the southwest corner of 7th Ave and Heather Bray, just north of Indian School Road.
And we do have some exciting news to share. Our very own Doomsday Valkyries are putting on a fundraiser next week. That is going to be Saturday, October 27th. The Bar Crawl to Valhalla event will take place at 4 local bars downtown. Raffle prizes, scavenger hunt, drink specials, and a costume contest, all with your favorite post-apocalyptic derby girls. The Doomsday Valkyries host the Bar Crawl to Valhalla. Tickets are on sale now on brownpapertickets.com, or check out the Facebook event for Bar Crawl to Valhalla for more information.
And last, we have Above and Beyond Palette Creations. Travis is the one responsible for all of our lovely signs that we do have for display here in the Hall of Dames. Repurposing palettes into art, Travis has created all of our signature signs. For information or the commission work, see Bobby Rose, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers, also known as Travis. You can also find them on Facebook at Above and Beyond Palette Creations.
We are ready to get back to the action here in the fourth quarter. Your score right now, Runaway Brides 266, Bombshells 30. And setting up the jam is Kryptic Kaly for the Runaway Brides and Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells.
Also, don't forget November 17th, our regulators are hosting our annual Chili Cook-Off. Don't forget to visit the Facebook page for more details and also look to see your fellow dames sharing the posts.
In game action, Kryptic Kaly able to skate on through on a scoring pass. She is your lead jammer for the Brides, and is now approaching the pack again. Anakin Shit-Talker not out of the pack yet. Kryptic Kaly coming around for more points now with 13 seconds left in this jam, able to blast her way through.
Black, blue, green, smiley. Nelly! Whatever color I am, goddammit. I know what you mean. 15 white. Green is 0.
Looks like we have 15 points being collected on that last jam by Kryptic Kaly from the Brides.
It's going to be Lightning the Queen jamming for the Runaway Brides and Dirty Carrie jamming for the Bombshells.
Got one down. These girls are not according to Knuckle.
Looks like 2 blockers for the Bombshells in the penalty box, 1 blocker for the Brides in the penalty box. Lightning the Queen is out and clear as your lead jammer. For the Runaway Brides, Lightning the Queen recently graduated from our minor assaults team. Upon hitting that pesky age limit there. And meanwhile, cuts right through the pack and is going to keep on coming around for more. Will Lightning the Queen. Dirty Carrie is out of the pack as well.
Also a reminder, we are going to go ahead and call our last raffle pretty soon, which are 50-50. The bucket is currently at $330. Definitely want to make sure you guys buy your last minute tickets and get your chance to take home some of the money.
How do you do ghost points? Green 0.
Missed one important note there at the end of the third quarter. That was the last call for alcohol. So I do apologize to you if you did not have a chance to get a beer before the end of the quarter break. That's my fault. I'm totally supposed to announce that. But yeah, last call for alcohol was about 5 minutes ago. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, it's Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells and GoldieBlocks for the Runaway Brides.
Looks like we have number 3, Little Bo Reap, making her way through the pack, taking lead in this jam.
Yeah, you did. That's Goldie. It's okay. She let you know.
Green's still not out. Green's still not out.
She looked right at you and was like, I'm GoldieBlocks. That happens. I know. Making their way down the back straightaway now, GoldieBlocks, your jammer for the Runaway Brides, is hemmed in amongst a large pack of olive drab uniforms, but able to get on through to the inside, and she escapes the pack for the Brides and be coming around for another scoring pass. Anakin Shit-Talker is still hemmed in along the back of that massive wall of defense by the Brides. GoldieBlocks right up the middle there. And now everybody gets kind of motility going, trying to find her way through.
Green is still in the back. Green's still in the back. Green's out.
And Anakin Shit-Talker exits the pack, and that's going to do it for the jam.
Green 0.
It's okay.
White 8.
I do it a lot too. And we are setting up for this next jam. It's going to be Novocaine jamming for the Runaway Brides. And Novocaine is your lead jammer. Dashing out behind her is that jammer for the Bombshells. That's Dirty Carry. Dirty Carry is going to try to catch her. Big smile on her face coming down the front straightaway. Novocaine blasts her way through the pack. Big collision there. A bunch of Bombshells run into each other. Both teams putting some points on the board there. The Bombshells up to 32. It's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells, and for the Runaway Brides, that's Holly Hood. Holly Hood down to the inside, and she's your lead jammer for the Brides.
Pack yet. Green's still in the back. Green's out.
Looks like we have number 817, Bitch Please, jamming for the Bombshells, making her way through the pack.
0 ghost points. 1 point. Nice.
And Holly Hood runs some more time off the clock. And at this point, just kind of letting the clock run a little bit. So setting up now is going to be Lightning the Queen, number 95, and Dirty Carry for the Bombshells. And your lead jammer, that's Lightning the Queen for the Runaway Brides.
Green's not out. Green's not out. Green's still in the back.
And we have Dirty Carry trying to make her way through the Brides pack as she does take a little tumble, but it's all about quick recovery here in Derby.
Still not out. Green's still not out.
Looks like they've shifted to jammer defense here for the Bombshells, trying to hold up the progress of Lightning the Queen. But she is able to spin her way through there with some help from her blockers, and she is out and clear. Now slackens the pace a little bit.
Still not out. Green's still not out.
And now decides she's going to try to catch back up to the pack here. Rockets her way through along the inside and gets through on another scoring pass before the jam clock expires.
Looks like we have Lightning picking up 15 points in that last jam.
Jamming now for the Bombshells is number 42, Irish Carbomb. And jamming for the Runaway Brides, that's Holly Hood. 8 minutes to go here in regulation. And Hollyhood quickly up to the outside there. Had an opening opened up for her by her teammates. And she's your lead jammer for the Brides. Hollyhood, though, bumped off onto the infield trying to get through on a scoring pass. And Hollyhood now out and clear.
Looks like we have the Bombshells trying to go ahead and do a star pass. Irish Carbomb trying to pass to the pivot. Bitch, please.
Green's out. Make sure you guys have star pass on those sheets on stats. What the? How do you mark that?
So we did have a star pass there, and the pivot for the Bombshells got out there with the star cover on.
And looks like that we may have a jammer down. Looks like Bombshells do have to have a jammer down, so it's going to go ahead and be a power jam for the Brides. Leading this power jam, we have Watermelon.
We had a penalty called on the Bombshells jammer while she was still the active jammer of record, so it's a jammer penalty. Watermelon now looking for room along the inside and bumped off onto the infield. Up to the high side now, rammed up against that guardrail, trying to find her way through the pack. The Bombshells defense is so far holding very firm.
Also, just a little over 5 minutes left of the fourth quarter. Want to give you guys another reminder to go ahead and get your last minute raffle tickets, as our 50-50 will be called as soon as the last jam is over.
There goes Watermelon. She's out and clear now, halfway through this Runaway Brides power jam. Runs squarely into the back of one of the blockers and ends up getting the worst of that. Takes a tumble down to the infield. Gets up, reestablishes, trying to fight her way through there as the pack very slowly makes it past that pole that's in my way. There we are. Watermelon trying to fight her way by along the outside there. Those Bombshells defenders are holding it up. And that's going to do it. The jam clock expires. Good defense there by the Bombshells. And they get a cheer from the crowd and their supporters. Good defense there on the penalty kill by the Bombshells. 5.5 minutes to go. We are looking at Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells, and jamming for the first time for the Runaway Brides. It's number 113, Lux Breaker. And Anakin Shit-Talker down to the inside, and she has emerged as your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Lux Breaker takes a tumble there along the back straightaway. And there goes Lux, and she is clear. Anakin Shit-Talker trying to pick up some points now for her Bombshell squad. And Anakin Shit-Talker calls it off.
Green 0. God damn. Pushed a little bit more. She might have gone a little inch to get past those hips.
Looks like this might be the first time we do have your captain, number 55, Skid Vicious, jamming tonight.
And she's going up against your co-captain of the Brides. That's Novocaine. Novocaine down to the inside and is already out and clear as your lead jammer for the Brides.
Green is still in the back. Green is still not out. Green's still not out.
Novocaine gets by on a scoring pass and will be coming around for seconds. Skid Vicious still trying to find her way through the pack.
Green's out.
And looks like we have Skid Vicious making her way out of the pack.
And Novocaine is keeping an eye on her and is content to bleed some time off the clock here with 3.5 minutes to go in regulation. Skid Vicious also in no great hurry to get back to the pack, so forces Novocaine to call off the jam.
White 9.
Looks like we have 9 points collected by Novocaine in that last jam, bringing the Brides to 336. Just a little over 3 minutes left of the fourth quarter. We have Al Annihilate jamming for the Brides. Hi.
And it's Dirty Kaly jamming for the Bombshells.
Such a derby crush.
Al Annihilate out at the front of the pack, and she is your lead jammer for the Brides. Checks over her shoulder, and she's got about a quarter track lead on Dirty Kaly, trying to catch up. Al Annihilate comes in, tries to slacken some speed, ends up on the infield, and we have a lead change. Lead change, lead change. Dirty Kaly is now the lead jammer for the Bombshells, as Al Annihilate down to the infield and was not on the track when Dirty Kaly came by, so she couldn't call off the jam. So now Al Annihilate exits the pack on what would complete her first scoring pass, so points for both teams here. Dirty Kaly goes ahead and calls off that jam. We'll take a look at the official score there, but like I said, I believe both teams picked up points. So it's 9 points for the Bombshells and 4 points for the Brides. Takes us to 340-41 with 2 minutes to go in regulation.
We're almost there.
Pretty Plz is jamming for the Runaway Brides, and Anakin Shit Talker jamming again for the Bombshells. Pretty Plz is out of the pack and is your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides.
Lightning making sure Anakin isn't easily getting through that pack, as number 1221 Pretty Plz does go ahead and make her way through another scoring.
Pretty Plz now looking for some more points. Anakin Shit Talker is pinned up against that high guardrail by a couple of Brides defenders. Pretty Plz gets on through there on a scoring pass, and it'll be coming around for more with about 17 minutes to go. 17 seconds, excuse me. 17 seconds to go in this jam, my goodness. It's a 17-minute jam, everybody, get comfortable. Pretty Plz to the inside, then up to the outside, now back to the middle of the track and is able to get on by there. And your jammer for the Bombshells is out as well. And that'll do it for the jam clock.
Just a few seconds left of the fourth quarter. Last chance to get your raffle tickets. Go ahead and visit any one of your lovely dames walking around the track to get your last-minute raffle tickets.
We've got Kryptic Kaly for the Runaway Brides, and then we've got Dirty Kaly for the Bombshells. And Kryptic Kaly is your lead jammer for the Runaway Brides here. This could be our last jam of regulation. We'd have to see what happens with penalties. Kryptic Kaly able to finagle her way through the pack there, a little backward skating, and she gets through on a scoring pass. And the clock is going to hit quadruple zeros, so this will be the last jam of regulation. Your jammer for the Bombshells, Dirty Kaly, is out as well. And Kryptic Kaly calls it off. So, we will take a look at the situation here. The rules is that if there are penalties on the team that is ahead and no penalties on the team that's behind, we will continue with penalty jams ad nauseum until that situation rectifies itself. So we'll wait and see what we have here as far as penalties. And indeed, we are going to have a penalty jam. So a little bit of extra derby action here. We'll put 1 second back on the game clock. Had penalties on the Brides, but the Bombshells skated clean. So we'll go back out for a little bit more action. It'll be Anakin Shit Talker for the Bombshells and the Legend of La Chancla for the Runaway Brides. And La Chancla down to the inside and takes a tumble down to the inside, rocketing around to the outside is Anakin Shit Talker for the run-up for the Bombshells. Anakin Shit Talker is your lead jammer now. Number 6 coming on down through the first turn, catching up to the pack, trying to go by on the outside. Runs into a couple of defenders there, still trying to fight her way through. Meanwhile, La Chancla is out as well. Anakin Shit Talker tries to get by Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen says, have a shoulder. And Anakin Shit Talker calls it off. So we will check again with the penalties and we'll see what's going on. And with that signal from the head referee, that is going to do it. No further penalty jams. This game is final. Start to finish, the Runaway Brides showing why they're league champions. They win it 360-45. Come on down trackside, make some noise, and slap hands with your favorite skaters as they come on around. The victorious Runaway Brides.
And don't forget to go ahead and get those raffle tickets out. We're going to go ahead and do the last raffle of the night.
And now let's hear it for the Bombshells. They'll be coming on around as well. Bombshells, kind of a reconstructed roster. A lot of new skaters on the team there, but they skated like a solid unit. They're a really good team they were up against, though. But here's the Bombshells. They were in it right till the very end. All right, fans, get those raffle tickets ready. Your last pink raffle tickets and the white raffle tickets for the 50-50 cash giveaway.